Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be recreating a makeup look I wore last week on Snapchat. I had a lot of requests for a tutorial on this one, so let's get right into it. I'm first starting out by priming my lids with Benefit's Air Patrol and Lorac Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer. Once that's dry, I'm moving on to my eyeshadows, where I'm first starting out with MAC's Cork and placing that through my crease as a transition shade. It's going to help me blend out the brighter colors later on. Once that transition shade has been placed down, I'm then going in with Inglot's AMC Shine 24, which is a gorgeous iridescent mint shade. I'm going to be layering that down on top of my lid with a flat, stiff brush, as well as applying it to the inner corner of my eye. I'm then going into the Urban Decay Electric palette and sticking a fluffy blending brush into the shade Urban. I'll be patting and brushing this onto the outer corner of my eye, as well as dragging it through my crease. And now for the star of the show. In order to get that beautiful gradient between the mint and the purple, I'm taking Fringe on a flat stiff brush and layering that on top of the two shadows. I'll keep patting and blending in order to create a smoother transition between the two shades. I ended up having to go back in with the purple since I felt like I'd blended away a little bit too much of it, but just keep going back and forth until you get the gradient that you want. To highlight my brow, I'm using MAC's Blanc type. Moving on to my face, I'm first starting out with Makeup Forever's Step 1 Pink Primer because the foundation I'm going to be using is a little bit too yellow for my skin, and I wanted my primer to at least try to balance it out a little bit. And that foundation is Illamasqua's Skin Base in the shade 6.5. I'm applying that to my face in the usual manner with a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge. For bronzer, I thought I'd try something a little bit different today because I don't often reach for this one. This one in particular is Essence's Sun Club Shimmer Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. They also have a darker one. And I'm going to be blending that along my temples, the backs of my cheekbones, and lightly along my jawline. For blush, I'm going to be using Illamasqua's Hussy. This is extremely pigmented, so be sure to bang your brush off like I did before you apply it to your cheeks. And I learned that the hard way the first time I ever used one of their blushes. It was full-on clown cheeks. For highlighter, I'm keeping it old school with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Alright, we're done with the face, so we're moving back to the eyes. I'm first stamping my brush into the shade Fringe and applying that to the middle of my lower lash line and blending that into the Mint Inglot shade. Using that same brush, I'm also stamping into the purple and then using that on the outer corner of my lower lash line and bringing that up into the purple that's already on the tops of my lids. For my usual wing, I'm going to be using Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner and Trooper. I'll then be tightlining both my top and bottom waterline with Makeup Forever's Aqua XL Liner in black. My mascara today is a new favorite, Tarte's Lash Paint that I got at Gen Beauty Toronto. I also popped on a pair of Bombshell lashes by House of Lashes off camera. For brows, I'm going to be using Annabelle's BrowShow in Light. And I'm going to keep it simple with the lips and stick with Bite Beauty's Fig Lipstick. As you can see, I'm nearly all done with it, so it got a little bit too difficult to apply it straight from the bullet, so I ended up having to take a brush and use that to clean up the very edge of my lips. And that's it. This look kind of came out of nowhere, but it's become one of my favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!